Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to film a first impression and wear test of the new JOAH Beauty Primedation, which is a little bit of an awkward name for it, but it's an all-in-one foundation. It says it has hyaluronic acid, collagen, and crystallized peptide in it. So I got this from the JOAH Beauty website. They were running some kind of promotion where you could get this for free, you just had to pay shipping. So I picked it up from JOAH Beauty, but this isn't PR or anything like that. That offer was available to anyone. So they're calling this a next gen foundation. It says, meet the full package. Primedation delivers naturally radiant coverage, supercharged skincare, and a smoothing primer, all in one complexion perfecting foundation. And this retails for $15.99 on the JOAH Beauty website. I imagine that this will come to CVS at some point, but I didn't see it on the CVS website as of filming. So the supercharged skincare, it says it hydrates with hyaluronic acid, plumps with collagen, boosts radiance with illuminizing peptide, and protects from blue light damage. The smoothing primer applies evenly, and they say it is a medium coverage foundation with a radiant finish. They say camouflage with natural coverage. Buildable coverage seamlessly hides imperfections, and down with the dullness, renewed dull skin with a luminizing peptide and hydrating hyaluronic acid. It also says find balance for uneven skin. The smoothing, blurring primer evens skin. So that all sounded really good to me as far as a type of foundation I would be interested in. It is cruelty free and it has a 12-month shelf life. And this product is made in Korea. I believe I have the lightest shade, which is FC010. And they say that this is very fair with cool undertones. I think they do have some helpful features on their website to help you find your best shade. I think they have that feature where you can put in an existing shade of foundation that you do like, and it'll tell you what you should select in this one. So it does come in 24 shades. Like I said, I have the lightest shade. And to be honest, the deep end of the shade range is not great. They have a picture of the model wearing the deepest shade and, allowing for any issues with, how things look on the internet versus how things look in person with lighting and everything like that. She's not that deep. So that would obviously be a criticism of this product. It looks like they do have some kind of sample card available. I'm not sure if all of these shades are included on that sample card, but that would be an option for you if you wanted to see if this would work for you. And even paying shipping for this kind of free product, it wasn't terrible. I think you can sign up for their rewards program, and shipping was only, I think it was less than $5. And I think they combine cards with Kiss Lashes and Impress Nails. I think they're all the same company, so if you were purchasing from any of those brands, you could add that in to your cart. Okay, so for the directions, it says start with clean skin and shake well before use. Apply foundation starting at the center of the face. Focus on one area at a time and blend well. If you have dry skin, apply your daily moisturizer prior to use. So it does come in a nice kind of airless pump plastic bottle, like so. And you get just over an ounce, you get 30 ml. Okay, so I have moisturized and applied sunscreen, and I'm going to skip the priming step because I did already apply a moisturizer. They do say that this is foundation and skincare, but I have applied at least that level of moisture. So I'll use a brush on one side and a beauty blender on the other. And I always like to go in with a corrector before I do my foundation, so I'll go ahead and apply that. Okay, so I'm just gonna squirt some on the back of my hand. So it's actually kind of on the thicker side. You can see it's not really budging at all there. Okay, so center of the face, and I guess I'll do the brush on this side. It doesn't seem like it's the type of product that is going to really set down pretty quickly. It doesn't have that sort of super liquidy type feel to it. So this is the lightest shade, and it's the shade they recommend based on, I guess, what I put in. I am often the lightest shade in a foundation, not always. So I was worried that this was going to be too light, but I think as I am blending it in, it might be a tad light, but I think it's actually blending in with my skin pretty well. And we are going into the winter months. So I think it's a good tone too. It's not too pink, it's not too yellow. I'll put some other kind of good foundation matches for me in the description box below. So hopefully you can kind of see, this is the side with foundation and this is the bare skin. I think it looks pretty good. So try to get as up close as I can. My under eyes are still a little odd looking because I applied that corrector. So you can see my freckles and everything coming through. I don't have any kind of major blemishes or anything on that side that I am looking to cover, but I think it has a nice kind of luminosity to it. Okay, so let's go in on this side. So you can see I have a couple of kind of dark marks. I have this kind of sunspot, and this was a blemish that just doesn't want to go away. Okay, so I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. Okay, and then going in with my beauty blender. I think I actually prefer the brush, just because it seemed a little faster. The beauty blender was kind of like moving the product around before it really kind of blended. So hopefully you can see kind of the level of coverage that gave me. Just go over a little bit more, build up that coverage. So I quite like that level of coverage. I mean, you can still kind of see those things poking through, but they're very much kind of evened out. Okay, so that is the initial application, and that's kind of how much I have left on my hand after pumping more out. So I'm going to hop off and finish the rest of my makeup, warm up this face a little bit because I'm looking a little ghostly. So I'll check back in a little bit. I think I might apply a little bit of powder just because it's still looking a little bit luminous, and I'm just a little worried how things are going to blend over top. I do have dry skin, so yeah, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so that is the makeup done. So I did lightly set the foundation with this LYS translucent setting powder, but I think you still can see a good amount of radiance kind of coming through. I just used a matte blush, this one from Laura Mercier. This is Rosé. So I didn't want to kind of add any additional sheen to the face. I'm not wearing a highlighter, and I used the Gucci bronzer. So no kind of luminous products there. So anyway, so I think it's looking pretty good so far, and it is now almost 1 o'clock. So I think I should be able to get like a good 10-hour wear test out of this. So I'll check in with you at the end of the night. Hey guys, so it is a little after 11 o'clock now. So I did give this a full 10-hour wear test, and I will go ahead and zoom you in as much as I can. So keep in mind that I do have dry skin, So it's not unusual for my forehead to look a little shiny by the end of the night if I'm wearing makeup, but it's a little, I guess, more unusual for kind of the rest of my face to look shiny. So you can see the blush I applied is still definitely hanging out there. It's looking a little splotchy, I think, on my chin. I haven't touched up my makeup at all, haven't reapplied anything. You can see my concealer and everything is creasing a bit. It's giving me a tiny bit of like polka dot pores kind of along my hairline. And then there is kind of my largest wrinkle or expression line. So hopefully that gave you a good look. So I guess I am actually a little surprised by how this foundation wore. I'm gonna go ahead and touch up with some powder. I have the Charlotte Tilbury powder in Fair and this BK 102 brush. And I used the LIS powder before, which is, I guess, a less mattifying powder. So I'll just try and do, I guess, half my face. So knowing what I know now about this product, I might go in with the Charlotte Tilbury at the outset. But if you have exceptionally dry skin and you really struggle to find one that will work for you, this might be something to look into, especially as we head into winter. But I think just applying some powder did kind of give me a nice kind of natural finish again. Like, it's not super mattified, but it's not like, you know, very shiny either. So for like a $16 foundation, I'm actually pretty pleased with this. It doesn't feel kind of weightless on the skin, but it also is, I think, very hydrating. Like I said, I skipped a hydrating primer, which I usually use. If you do have oily skin, I think you'll definitely want to go in with like a mattifying primer and maybe a heavier duty powder, and possibly even skip your moisturizer. Like I said, I have dry skin and I found it to be quite hydrating. So yeah, so I wouldn't say this is a perfect foundation by any means. I mean, the shade range is abysmal, but if you're able to find a shade that works for you and you do have dry skin, I think you might enjoy this for the price. It does have the nice pump and the packaging. So I think this has a lot to recommend it, and I'll probably be reaching for this quite a bit in the winter when my skin is exceptionally dry and I am at my most fair. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the new JOAH Crystal Glow Primedation. The name is kind of cringe as well. But yeah, let me know if you think this product will work for you, if you're interested in trying it, or if you have tried it, what your thoughts are. And of course, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, if you like this kind of content. I hope you guys are staying very safe and healthy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.